Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another edition of EDU 600. On Monday, we start module number 6. And as you know, we only have 7 weeks in this class, so maybe 7.5 weeks. So we are quickly honing in on the finale and the final week. So let me get right to the materials that we have at hand. First of all, thank you all for submitting your qualitative critiques, and now you're working on your experimental critiques. If you have any questions on those, please let me know. Excellent job on your visual displays of data, and once again, we're just checking off the boxes as we're heading towards the finish line. This week is really it's really the last week that we are going to be at least discussing new topics, new ideas. And even that said, it's not totally a new topic or a new idea, meaning we're going to be looking at mixed methods research. Mixed methods research is, as it says, it's a combination of qualitative and quantitative research. And it's used in various ways. And I'll give you a very quick example. Back when I used to work for the state, we ended up doing some research. We were trying to come up with the name, and we were trying to brand Maine's Community Forestry Program. And so the first thing we did was we developed a survey. We sent out the survey, and we received the responses from the survey. It was all Likert scales, and it was 1 through 5 Likert scales. We got a number, just say 4.3 on question number 10. We went through it and we said, this is really good information, but we'd like to do, we want to know what's behind these numbers. So we developed the second part of the study, which was really, it was a qualitative study, meaning we held 2 or 3 focus groups in different locations in the state. And we paid people to come in. I think we had 10 people in each one of the focus groups, and we dug into the responses that people had given us in the survey portion. Now, the survey, as you know, is quantitative, and the qualitative portion was the focus group. So that's a very brief, kind of crude example of mixed methods research. So what I'd like everybody to do is, first of all, here's the goals for the week. Understand the purposes and premises underlying mixed methods, how it combines the 2 methods. Read chapter 13. I'd like you to critically evaluate the methods, data analysis, results, and conclusion in a discussion forum. Here's the article, Exploring Out of School Play. And then I'd like you to, the one assignment that we have the experimental critique that is due midweek, but next Sunday, I'd like everybody to submit the article captures in the draft data matrix. This is also called a comparison matrix, and I'll show you something on that. The second half of this, which is come down here, this is part 1, I'm going over now part 2, is really non-experimental group comparisons. And going through everybody's 6 articles, I can't remember one person that has that type of research as part of their 6. But what I would like everybody to do is review all of the materials in part 2, and there's no discussion forum. This is non-experimental group comparisons, and there's no discussions. There will be no optional Zoom meeting this week, and I will probably hold one next week. That said, I am available at various times throughout the week. If you want to set up a Zoom, you want to set up a call, we can do that. But there's going to be no formal drop-in Zoom meeting this week. Okay, so let's get to the assignment. The assignment's due on the 11th. And as with all the assignments, the assignment due date's important, but if you can't make that due date and you need an extra day, just shoot me an email. That would be great, so I know it's coming and you haven't forgotten about it. This is a way, the data matrix, and first of all, use your 6 articles and see the exemplar in chapter 17. this, if you think of the matrix as a way that you can capture the ideas of all of your 6 articles in a very concise form, it's almost like when you write a term paper, you write an assignment paper, and you set out, before you even do that, you do an outline. What's going to be in the introduction? What's going to be in the body? What's in the conclusion? If you think about, in this course, the matrix is your form of really an outline. It will help you organize your final paper that you will write. So there's a few things I'd like to point out. The first one is the template, and I will click on that. So here's the template. This assignment does not have to be something major. Hopefully it won't take you a long time. But the way that we look at this is, here are your 6 articles. I'd like you to put the author's name or the study. Some people do both. They do the title and the name. Research, what was the purpose of it? What's the question? The research design, sample. These categories should be very familiar to you, because in the qualitative critique and the experimental critique, they're very similar. So, and I'll show you in a second a filled out version of this. Okay, here's an example of a filled out study. First of all, the name of the study. One thing that I recommend is that you put, you can do it either way. You can do the APA formatting that goes along with this article. You could actually put the author's name down below, and that will do a couple of things, because in the final paper, you're going to have to format all of these authors, all of the research names that are attached to the study. But the name of the study, here's the name, what's the research question, the design, the sample, how did they collect the data? They did interviews. How did they do the analysis? Quality of the study, how you would rate it, and then the reason for the rating. So that's an example of the actual table called the matrix. And once again, it doesn't have to be any more complicated than that. So that is due next Sunday. I would like everybody to keep it to either 1 or 2 pages. Sometimes you have to go to 3 pages, but if you picture, I've had students say to me, I use this, I put it up on the wall in my office or wherever they did work, they blew it up, and it kind of helps them conceptually think about the final assignment, how they are going to write it. But keep it simple. This is what's due next Sunday. And next weekend, in next week's video, I'll have a lot more coming up about the final assignment. So let's keep it simple this week. If you have any questions on what is due, please let me know. And if you're going to develop your own matrix, these are the titles. But beyond that, we have the discussion, Module 6 discussion. Let me just hit that update button. Here's where you submit your data matrix, and that is it. So if you have any questions, please let me know. I'm available this week, and once again, if you want to set up a Zoom, you want to set up a call, you want to talk possibly in person, just let me know. Okay, everybody, good luck, and we'll see you online. Bye.